Isomers and stereoisomers of glucose. Short questions and answers. 1. What is isomerism? The phenomenon where compounds have the same molecular formula but differ in structural arrangement is called isomerism. 2. Give an example of isomers. Glucose and fructose are isomers, both having the molecular formula C6H12O6 but different functional groups. 3. What is the difference between glucose and fructose? Glucose is an aldose sugar, while fructose is a keto sugar. 4. What are stereoisomers? Molecules with the same molecular formula but different spatial arrangements of hydrogen and hydroxyl groups around asymmetric carbons. 5. What is an anomeric carbon? The carbon derived from the carbonyl group of the open chain form of a monosaccharide, such as carbon 1 in glucose. 6. What is an asymmetric carbon? A carbon atom bonded to 4 different atoms or groups. 7. How many asymmetric carbons does glucose have? Glucose has 4 asymmetric carbons, C2, C3, C4, and C5. 8. What is the formula to calculate the number of stereoisomers? The formula for finding the maximum number of stereoisomers X is X equals to N, where N is the number of stereogenic atoms in the molecule. 9. How many stereoisomers does glucose have? Glucose has 16 stereoisomers. 10. What are the classifications of stereoisomers? Stereoisomers are classified into Anomers, Enantiomers, Diastereoisomers, and Epimers. Anomers. 11. What are anomers? Stereoisomers that differ in the position of hydroxyl and hydrogen on the anomeric carbon, C1, are called anomers. 12. How are alpha and beta sugars distinguished? If hydroxyl is downward on C1, it is LPHA sugar. If upward, it is beta sugar. Enantiomers. 13. What are enantiomers? Non-superimposable mirror images of each other, such as D-glucose and L-glucose. 14. How do D-glucose and L-glucose differ? In D-glucose, the hydroxyl group on the penultimate carbon, C5, is on the right, while in L-glucose, it is on the left. Diastereoisomers. 15. What are diastereoisomers? Stereoisomers differing in the position of hydrogen and hydroxyl at more than one asymmetric carbon, not mirror images. 16. Give an example of diastereoisomers. D-glucose and D-Altrose. Epimers. 17. What are epimers? Stereoisomers differing in hydrogen and hydroxyl arrangement at only one asymmetric carbon. 18. Give an example of epimers. D-glucose and D-Mannose. Disaccharides and glycosidic linkages. 19. What are disaccharides? Carbohydrates formed by the condensation of 2 monosaccharides. 20. What is the general formula of disaccharides? C12H22O11. 21. Name 3 common disaccharides. Sucrose, maltose, and lactose. Sucrose. 22. What is sucrose commonly known as? Cane sugar. 23. What monosaccharides form sucrose? Alpha glucose and beta fructose. 24. What type of glycosidic bond is found in sucrose? Alpha 1, 2 glycosidic linkage. Maltose. 25. What is maltose commonly known as? Malt sugar. 26. What monosaccharides form maltose? 2 molecules of alpha glucose. 27. What type of glycosidic bond is found in maltose? Alpha 1, 4 glycosidic linkage. Lactose. 28. What is lactose commonly known as? Milk sugar. 29. What monosaccharides form lactose? Beta-galactose and beta-glucose. 30. What type of glycosidic bond is found in lactose? Beta 1, 4 glycosidic linkage. Glycosidic bond. 31. What is a glycosidic bond? A covalent bond between 2 sugar molecules formed by a condensation reaction. 32. What happens during the formation of a glycosidic bond? A water molecule is released. 33. What determines the glycosidic linkage? The carbon numbers and alpha or beta configuration of the sugars involved.